4 most disturbing YouTube rabbit holes.
There's a YouTube channel called Briscoe Park, and at first glance, it seems like just another urban exploration channel. The videos start with someone recording as they explore various abandoned locations at night.
Oh, that's already creepy as is.
The quality of the recordings are so good, it immediately pulls you in. At first, the video makes you think it's just a regular night exploration. But the more you watch, the more you start to know.
Streams often, but always lurk on and thought I should pay my tithe to the king of the black sheep.
Thank you so much, Buttermabiscuit, for the $20. I appreciate that. The king of the black sheep.
Notice strange, unsettling details lurking just out of sight.
Duh!
When you start watching more of the channel's videos...
Chat! Wait, we need a red circle here. Did you guys see that? Dude, I need like a red circle queued up.
Just out of sight. When you start watching more of the channel's videos, it becomes clear that something much more mysterious is going on. These aren't just eerie explorations. You start to realize these videos quite literally need to be deciphered. At the very beginning of the first...
I have it turned all the way up. Is it just quiet in general?
Upload, you'll notice the word barrel. And if you read the description of the video, it says, submission statement, barrel mostly contained. Okay. Minor disturbances detected. Follow-up not required. Then roughly
SCP?
2 minutes into the video, you see a barrel, and if you pay attention closely, you'll notice a series of letters and numbers quickly flash on the bottom of the screen.
It's an ARG?
Now, here's the strange part.
Yeah, ARG.
If you type the code in on Google search, it takes you to a CIA website. When you go to the site, you're met with a CIA document that was declassified in 2014. When you scroll down, you see the mysterious text saying, "Is ours only one of 3 universes?" which is linked to Project Stargate. The Stargate project was a secret US government program that investigated psychic phenomena, particularly remote viewing, which was the ability to see distant locations using extrasensory perception.
I can do that.
It was funded by the CIA and other US government agencies.
Kind of disappointing when something is an ARG. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think ARGs are kind of cool because it's like fun, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's just, you know, a dude making a little creepy
aimed at gathering intelligence during the Cold War. Also, at the beginning of the video, you see the word source, followed up with 1310-73-2.
I mean, these probably take a lot of work. If you type that in
on Google, the search brings up Sigma Aldrich sodium hydroxide, which is highly corrosive and very dangerous to humans, and is most likely what's supposed to be in the barrel. But I can't figure out the connection between this barrel and Project Stargate. The next video, Tape 5, the description says submission statement. After further review, I was being watched. Follow-up not required.
There better be a red circle.
And later on in the video, you can see he was indeed being watched by some creepy figure.
Oh! Chat, is this real?
Tape 6 is one of the most insane videos I've seen in the channel's collection. The person behind the camera is looking at old pictures on the wall when he suddenly runs out of the house. You can see a white figure in the window. But if you pause the video at the right time, you will see the strange figure sitting on the couch.
Bro, he's just a chill guy. White people, oh god. Wait, is this Cummy Man? Hold up.
Each video is unique, yet follows the same premise with an undeniable...
You know, I appreciate this kind of work. Like, this dude actually is putting in work, though. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Between them all. It feels like the person behind the camera is on some kind of mission, investigating specific sites while being watched by... something. The deeper you go, the more questions arise.
Yo, where the fuck?
Who is this person? What are they looking for?
Where are they finding
these places? What exactly is following them? I won't spoil too much here, because I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the Briscoe Park story.
Dude, that looks cool,
but I encourage you to check out this channel for yourself, because this is definitely one of the most interesting channels I've come across in a long time.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool though. I'll admit. That dude's putting in some work for that shit. I don't know where he's finding all these cool ass locations.
In June of 2018, a man named Alan Tate, who lived in Ammanford, Wales, posted something.
It's an analog horror series? No, it's an ARG. Analog horror series is just where you fucking add the tornado warning sound effect on the TV, and then just like you just go put up a random picture of something scary, and then another picture of something scary. You know what I mean? Like that's analog horror.
Disturbing he and his wife discovered underneath their home. The post read, back in June 2018, we were up late working, and I went to make a coffee when I noticed there was an odd noise coming from the empty house next door. It was around 2:30 in the morning, so we went into the alleyway that separates our house from the one next door. We could hear a machine running for around 10 minutes. Then the machine would pump something into the drain. We lifted the drain cover, and the fumes were very strong. Our eyes watered, and our noses started running instantly.
What is wrong with me?
We left the cover off and watched and listened from an upstairs window. We watched and listened for 30 minutes, and the machine would run and then pump a strong-smelling liquid into the drain. In the 30 minutes we watched, the cycle was repeated 3 times. The fumes were very strong, so we closed the drain lid. We reported the incident to the police, but they were not interested. So we bought a recorder on eBay and made recordings from different places until we were fairly sure where the noises were coming from. The noises seemed to come from underneath our basement.
The fuck?
Alan then dug a 1.5 meter hole in the basement where the sounds were most pronounced and left a recorder inside. And what he recorded next was absolutely terrifying.
Scream 1? Scream 1.mp3? Real? Wait, why is that blurred out? Woman screaming and shots fired?
According to Alan, the audio captured the screams of women and children coming from under his home. Notably, the recorder placed outside his home did
All right, Alan, there's something you're not telling us.
not pick up these noises, confirming that they originated underground. The disturbances were so severe that Alan Tate and his wife eventually refused to stay in their home. Instead, they put the property up for sale and have been living in their camper van since 2018.
Okay, chat, is this real?
When Alan reported the issue to the police, he claimed they offered little to no assistance, prompting him to share his story with various news outlets. He then created a YouTube channel where he uploaded the eerie recordings of the unsettling noises captured from beneath his home. Over the next several months, he continued to leave
Alan, you need to fucking clean your house, bro.
Recorder in the basement to capture the strange sounds and voices. But most of the audio he recorded is just too disturbing for me to play here on YouTube. Alan believed there was an extensive network of tunnels beneath the town of Ammanford, with part of it running under his house. Alan believed these tunnels were being used to smuggle humans, drugs, and weapons throughout Ammanford. Strangely enough,
it's real. I was the basement.
There happens to actually be an extensive tunnel system that runs all underneath town known as the Ammanford Collieries.
Hold up.
In 1891, coal mining began in the area and didn't stop until 1976.
Could be real, chat?
85 years of mining in this area led to the vast tunnel system that runs...
I don't know. I have trouble believing that if there's sounds of children screaming in fucking tunnels, I feel like cops will do a little bit more than be like,
beneath Ammanford, all of which are completely abandoned. You can still see images of these mine shafts online, but most of the entrances seem to be sealed off from the public.
Well, have you seen cops? Yeah, true.
His home sat behind the storefront of Sophia Nails, and since he initially heard the noises in the alley and near the store in front of his house, he contacted the owner, a Vietnamese woman named Thanh Thanh Tran, to ask about the strange underground activity, but she did not reply. And from here, the story takes a very compelling and disturbing turn. Thanh Thanh Tran, who is now the director of T's Nails and Spa in Swansea, is married to Quang Lam, who is the leaseholder of Heaven Nails. Here's what's crazy. In September 2018, Quang Lam was arrested along with 22 others in a major police raid targeting one of Wales' largest illegal cannabis operations. The investigation uncovered at least 15 cannabis factories and more than 30 storage facilities across Wales linked to the gang. This operation mainly involved Vietnamese nationals.
Oh, wait, it's actually real? Hold
smuggled
on.
into the country and exploited young workers who were lured with promises of jobs at nail salons, only to be forced into dangerous unpaid labor in drug production. Quang Lam eventually received a 5-year prison sentence.
Oh, shit.
Given the established...
Wow, dude, I genuinely was expecting this. Yeah, see, I don't know. Were they actually screaming? That'd be crazy if that's legit.
Network of underground tunnels in Ammanford, and the documented smuggling activities in the area, Alan's account of mysterious sounds emanating from beneath his home appears entirely plausible.
Damn.
As Alan's story began to capture public attention, he was contacted by Gareth Edwards, one of the co-owners of...
Think this happened, but the recordings were fake? I do feel wholeheartedly like the recordings were fake. I feel like...
Sophia Nails, who urged...
I don't think the recordings are legit. They're too, like... I don't know.
him to stop linking the noises to the area behind the store and asked where the tunnel entrance was. Alan even used sonar to locate the tunnels. Here's a recording of the conversation they had.
These tunnels, I mean, have they given any, where do they run? How far, and would you say, have you got any info on that?
They go from the back of the building, well, they go from the side of the building to what appears to be underneath the orbit, somewhere across the front.
Yeah, I'm sus of Alan.
There appears to be two parallel ones.
And how accurate is this, the soul mapping? What are we getting on it?
Right, the sonar is accurate in as much as it will tell you depth. So I know the depth of the base, but I don't know how high the tunnel is. You can see people, you can see a person anyway, going through it, yes you can, but you can't tell whether it's a tunnel that they've crawled through or a tunnel that they're walking through.
Where are they getting in?
So I told Gareth where the entrance was. I kept it to myself. I didn't tell anybody else.
Okay. Alright. Alan. Alright, bro. Sweet, thank you so much for the 20 months. A little bit sus. A little bit sus.
He told Gareth that he believed one of the tunnel entrances was located in an overgrown garden next to Sophia Nails. Shortly thereafter, someone cleared out the overgrown garden. A photograph of the garden taken by Alan revealed a set of displaced bricks in the wall, hinting that a hole was once there and was now poorly covered up. Alan then shared a very compelling
I
video
think Alan likes the attention a little bit too much. He might be over-exaggerating his own involvement. Yeah.
he recorded from the hole he dug in his basement. It shows light filtering through a crack, potentially from the tunnel where the mysterious sounds originated.
Right, shine it right where we are. Come a bit more to the left. Let me see, turn light off again. Let me see, best angle is to get it. Right, pass me a torch. Oh wait a minute, I've got my own one yet.
Bro, it just looks like a hole in the ground.
But that wire is going through. Ah, there we go. Look. Now you're getting it as well.
The
What was I
police
looking
dismissed Alan's evidence of an underground smuggling operation as nothing more than a routine noise complaint. According to Alan, when the authorities investigated, they didn't even take the time to enter his home or inspect the premises at Sophia Nails. What I find particularly odd is that every media outlet that initially covered Alan's story about an illegal drug operation beneath his home has since removed their articles. Today, the only remaining reports concerning the mysterious noises underneath his home are claims of hauntings or ghosts, which only seems like an attempt to discredit Alan's story. Alan has since revealed that he was personally contacted by the police, who pressured him to halt his investigation into the underground activities.
Alan, you're just giving me the vibe that you just want attention, my dude.
To end his search for the truth, he subsequently took down his website and deleted his YouTube channel, where he had been sharing his findings.
My guy. No. I don't know, bro.
On August 31st, 2024,
Paid
Sophia
off?
Nails burned
Maybe.
down, and the cause of the fire was unknown. At the time of the fire, the shop had been vacant for a while. As of now, Alan's former home sits sealed up and abandoned, protected by CCTV cameras, warning everyone to not enter the property. All of this makes me wonder, what were those disturbing sounds under Alan's home? And will we ever actually find out what's going on in the tunnels beneath Ammanford?
I mean, I do agree with the tunnel situation and the, the human trafficking. That makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. I don't know, Alan. I don't know.
If you type in Otrevdamina on YouTube, you'll see a
Otrevdamina?
video with a scary-looking thumbnail uploaded by a YouTube channel named Creepy Videos.
All right, let's look it up. Oh, wait, what was it? Otrevdamina? Otrevdamina? All right. Okay, let's go back. What was it? Otrevdamina. 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 I'm gonna see if I can show it on YouTube. What is that supposed to be? Like it says the glob. What? I don't understand. I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
Loaded by a YouTube channel named Creepy Videos. The channel consists of random scary videos and creepypastas that have been posted online many times, most of which I've seen before. But this one was completely new to me.
What? It didn't have that thumbnail? Ah! Dude, this is like old YouTube in a nutshell. Just taking just a bunch of random creepy-ish videos, reversing it, adding random creepy audio, like making it fast and slow, and then, making it black and white. This is very old YouTube coded right here. Careful, watching it will curse you. Dude, do you remember that? Chat, you remember that shit when you were younger? Like, if you watch this video, you'll be cursed forever. And it's always like the video of that one lady who was like had like the umbrella and like the really skinny legs and was like dancing around and shit. Ooh, you're cursed. I feel bad for that lady, to be honest. Like, imagine like that lady was just like dancing and thought it was fun, and then she's posted like all over the internet as like the scariest video ever or whatever. Oh, was it a guy in drag? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's like, imagine being that dude and then like that. Oh man, that would suck. Or was it polio? Is that what it was? Reversed. Dude, this is like what I would watch when I'm like 10 years old on YouTube and be like...
At first, I wasn't sure what to make of it. Out of curiosity, I googled Otrevdamina. I came across a website called Secret Files Fandom. According to the site, the video is simply a compilation of vintage film footage from the 20th century. One segment features a scene from the 1932 film, The Blood of a Poet. One of the more unsettling parts of the video
SCP.
was this person.
Yeah, this feels like
I had no idea who or what
Old
this
YouTube
was,
for sure.
so I searched YouTube, and I eventually stumbled upon this video.
Just artists being weird, man.
It turns out it's footage from a famous Japanese dancer named Kazuo Ono. He was the founder of the unique Japanese dance style called Buto, and this is him performing his piece called The Dead Sea. The video was originally uploaded on May 25th, 2011 by a now deleted channel named Japan Pride 1000. But someone made a re-uploaded version of the channel that contains some of the original videos in case you're...
It's got a My Little Pony picture with the moon.
interested in seeing more.
Yeah, this shit's scary, bro. What the fuck? Wait, is this it?
14 years ago, a YouTube channel under the name Francine Dancer began uploading a series of strange videos featuring a woman dancing with a creepy, uncanny-looking mannequin.
Dude, let this diva do her thing. She's living her best life. She's just chilling. Like,
At first, this may seem innocent enough. I mean, it's just a woman dancing with a mannequin. However,
is it a corpse chat?
Disturbing post emerged on Reddit explaining those familiar with Francine's story claimed that this wasn't a mannequin at all, but rather the mummified body of her deceased partner.
Okay, never mind. She's not a diva, chat. She's not a diva. Okay. I had a feeling that's where it was going. Okay. Oops.
According to Reddit, Francine Dancer was once a rising television performer, known for her eccentric acts alongside her beloved partner. Together, they created a unique show that, while unusual, had a dedicated following. But when her partner passed away, everything fell apart.
And honestly, that's just kind of really sad.
Their show was canceled, and with it, Francine's lifelong dream of becoming a star was shattered. Unable to cope with the loss, she made a desperate decision and stole his
God forbid a girl has hobbies. I know, right?
body before it could be buried and brought it home. There, she preserved him as best as she could, refusing to accept that their time together was over. In her mind, the show
I mean, it's disturbing, but it's also like really fucking sad
to go on. She began filming videos for a YouTube channel, dancing with what appeared to be an uncanny, lifeless mannequin. To her, nothing had changed. They were still performing, still together.
At least she didn't kill
him. For
him.
years, the unsettling videos went unnoticed, just another odd corner of the internet. But when stories began to spread about the mannequin's true identity, the truth unraveled. Police eventually intervened, uncovering what Francine had kept hidden for so long. The body was recovered, and Francine was taken into custody, and her tragic obsession finally came to an end.
Severe trauma response? Yeah.
Now, obviously, this story sounds fake. However, things took an unexpected turn when someone posted a link to a TV show made in 2001 that showed Francine performing with her drag queen girlfriend, named Crystal. Crystal's tall, slender build was strikingly similar to the mannequin seen in Francine's YouTube videos, right down to the hair color and length. This discovery seemed to add credibility to the chilling story, prompting people on Reddit to investigate further, and it turns out the story is fake.
Well,
Francine Dancer was a familiar face on Hollywood's public access television.
Dude, can any of these be real?
Captivating audiences in the 90s.
I'm sorry. I'm not angry that this lady wasn't dancing with a dead dude, but like, come on. At least one of these could be real.
With her bizarre dancing and singing routines, she not only performed on TV, but also did interviews and performed at various local bars, which helped her become wildly popular in the 90s.
Nice cover up, necrophile. Shut the fuck up, all right? I wanted one of these stories to be okay. The one with the tunnels. That's semi-real, all right? It's got some realness to it, but...
Was a peculiar mannequin she used on stage, a prop she affectionately named Starry Dancer.
Yo, thank you, Aqua Dream, for the 13 months.
The videos she made were never meant to scare anyone. They were simply a continuation of her offbeat, quirky performance art. However, the dim lighting and the mannequin's uncanny look sparked some wild false stories online. Despite the rumors, her show was a genuine celebration of her unique style, which continued airing until 2018.
Talk about commitment, bro. I can't commit to shit. Imagine committing to the same bit for that many years. Goddamn. So she is a diva, chat. I retract my statement from earlier. She is a diva.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.